Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all, this your girl, Dr. Najuma. You all know the drill. Come on, say it with me. Wake up and win, wake up and win, wake up and win. Listen, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am super excited to be on with each and every one of you. My camera's a little wobbly. Sorry about that. I'm super excited to be on with each and every one of you on this Winners Wednesday. It is a Winners Wednesday. And what the thing about Winners Wednesday is we celebrate our wins. And so, whatever your win is today, I encourage you, I implore you, I beseech you, I exhort you to celebrate your win. For me today, specifically, January, July 18th is a anniversary of sorts. It's an anniversary for me. Um, on two fronts. And so, but the main front, I can't share it, y'all. It's kind of personal, but it's a personal anniversary for me. And so it ties into our win word for today. But before I get into that, I'm trying not to say too much of my personal business, at least that in that area, because I can't talk about that. Um, but before we get into that, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Reverend Dr. Najuma Smith. I am a pastor. I'm a spiritual growth coach. I do a lot of work in the city of Los Angeles around community and civic engagement, but I also use this platform to encourage those who've gone through any major loss to know that you can go through a loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. That you can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. And so I'm sorry, my camera is super wobbly. There's something broken, so it's super wobbly this morning. So sorry about that. Um, but that you can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. And so I use this platform to offer a weekly win word to encourage you to get back out there and win again. So today's win word is give it a year. Today's win word is give it a year. Now, I start off by saying that um, that for me, today is a personal anniversary. It's a personal anniversary. Well, I'm also 6 months removed from my 52nd birthday. So I'm a January 18th birthday and July's 18th. So it's exactly 6 months. I'm 6 months, and so it's my mid-year birthday. That's number one. But also, um, a year ago today, I was faced with a really tough decision, a really tough situation, and I made up in my mind that for a year, um, that I would commit to a particular process for a year, and today marks that year. Um, and the reason I'm sharing that with you today, I can't get into detail about what the commitment was, but I made a personal commitment to myself. Having faced a very heartbreaking situation, actually was really, I won't say heartbreaking, but it hurt my little feelings. Um, but I committed to a 1 year process. Now let me tell you why 1 year. In the Bible, there's a story of a fig tree that's not producing any figs, and the 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 person who owns the land was tempted to cut it down because it wasn't producing figs. And then another person in the story says, "Don't cut it down, but give it 1 year." And I'm paraphrasing, and I'm not trying to make it super churchy. And so you have this fig tree that's not producing figs. One person wants to chop it down, but somebody else, a voice of wisdom, a voice of grace, a voice of patience says, no, give it 1 year. Dig around it, till the soil, treat the soil, water it, nourish it, and give it 1 year. And so there is this understanding that if you and I spend a year working on ourselves, working on things, that in a year things should be different. And I can affirm for you that giving myself 1 year and making this a personal commitment to myself in the way that I did, I see tremendous growth in myself and transformation. I see tremendous growth in myself and transformation. And I'm still Najuma, but just some things about me are really, really different. And as a mom who's also going through a grief journey, giving myself time like this year has also been super beneficial in that I've been able to also focus on healing some of the grief pain bodies, right? We carry within our body these pain bodies. And so for anyone who's gone through any kind of major loss, any kind of major grieving situation, but you want to get back out there and win, I want to encourage you to give yourself time. Now, you may not have to give yourself a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months. But I want to invite you to go on a year-long journey. If you think you can do it, pick an area of your life that you want to focus on for 1 year. Set a date, a calendar, and pick an area of your life and say, you know what, I'm gonna focus on this for 1 year. And just see who you become, how you become, what becomes of you, what comes out of you, what do you produce, how do you grow by giving yourself the 1 year. And I did make a lot of changes, but I made one specific change. And so for anyone who's gone through a major loss, whatever that major loss, but for me, it was losing my son, it was going through a divorce, and then like everybody else, a pandemic. And these things happen back to back to back. And so the last 3 to 6 years have been a lot of recovery, restoring, rebuilding. But when the incident happened a year ago today, and I said, okay, in this area of my life, I'm going to commit 1 year. I also saw some tremendous growth in focusing on that one thing for a whole year. And so on this Winners Wednesday, I'm celebrating my wins, right? That I focused on this for 1 year solid. But I want to invite any of you that have gone through any kind of grief or loss or grave disappointment, and you're trying to restore, rebuild, recover, and get back out there when I want to encourage you, give it a year. Focus on one area of your life and give it a year. Not everything, but focus on one specific part of you and give it a year. Nourish it, water it, grow it, feed it nutrients, till it, take care of it for 1 year. This might be finances. This might be your health. This might be an area of your health. This might be a relationship. It might be a relationship with yourself. It might be religious. It might be spiritual. It might be just committing to going to church every Sunday. Of course, I have to throw that in there because I'm a pastor. But give it 1 year. Give it 1 year. And see what happens when you say, for 1 year, I'm going to commit in this way. And so on this Winners Wednesday, I'm celebrating my win, and I want to encourage you to give it a year. Whatever it is, give it a year. Focus on it. Work on it. Feed it. Water it. Love on it. Or separate from it. Cut it off. Leave it alone. Release it. I don't know what you need to do for you. I don't know what you need to do for you, but I want to encourage you. Give it a year. And so when the fig tree, now what we don't know, as I referenced the story in the Bible about the fig tree, what we don't know is whether or not the fig tree actually produced fruit in the 1 year. We just know that it was that the instructions were give it a year. The assumption is that it did, or that every year, or another assumption is that every year that voice of love and wisdom and grace said, no, give it one more year. No, give it one more year. Give it one more year. We don't know the full outcome of the story, but we do know that there is great power and value in giving it the year. So give it 1 year. Give yourself 1 year. Give your mind a year. Give your body 1 year. Give your relationship, give it 1 year and see what happens. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast of Wake Up and Win with your girl, Dr. Najuma. Listen, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share and tune in with us on Saturday morning when we come with our Saturday vibrations, our Wake Up and Win Saturday vibrations. And we'll see you all then. Have an amazing day. It's a Winners Wednesday. Pick a win, celebrate it. Pick a win and celebrate it. And remember, give it 1 year. Find an area of your life and give it 1 year. We out, y'all. Peace.